For more on the preparation and high stakes for Thursday's CNN presidential debate, which will be carried here on Fox News Channel Thursday night, let's bring in Jay Chabria, managing director at MAD Global Strategies. The Biden campaign has been sort of seeking to lower expectations about his performance. The Trump campaign is sort of boosting him. I mean, you just heard the former president saying he thinks Joe Biden's going to do great on Thursday night. What's that all about?
Well, here's the thing. Joe Biden, he's got the home court advantage. He's going to be at CNN. The rules are going to favor him. If he actually shows up and is somewhat coherent, the media, the mainstream media, is going to declare him the victor no matter what. Now, look, you and I both know he has struggled when he's had questions asked of him. And this is going to be a problem. I mean, if I were the Trump campaign, you might want to have like the actor that played Bernie in Weekend at Bernie's playing him opposite. But we'll see what they decide to do there. So look, there's a very low bar for Joe Biden to succeed here, but there's one key thing that he's going to be missing, and that is the policies that actually pass the smell test for Americans. The economy is in shambles. People are really feeling it, and he's got to be able to address that because that's happened underneath his watch. People felt better under the Trump presidency, and they don't under Biden. And look, there's another issue too. It's the border and also crime too. Like right here in my home city of Columbus, Ohio, last night in one of the entertainment districts, 10 people were shot. That's the second time in the same district this year. People are still feeling in Democratic-controlled cities, and that place to safety. And that's actually kind of why women are moving more towards the Republican Party in this election.
Well, President Biden also seems to be losing support among blacks, Hispanics, and other what had been traditional Democrat voting blocs. Why?
Well, that's exactly right. And look, and Democrats are perplexed by this, but it's very simple. There's a couple issues. It's economy. Black voters, Latino voters, black men, they all care about the economy. And again, they were better off in the 4 years that Trump was president than they have been in the 4 years subsequent when Biden was president. That's a key piece of this. Illegal immigration is a huge issue with Latinos. Look, first-generation Americans, I'm a first-generation American myself. We care about fairness. And look, Latino Americans, they certainly do too. And when someone jumps the line, that really affects them. And what's going on with the southern border has deeply affected Latino Americans. And they don't need a college professor at Yale or Brown to tell them that they're doing better under Democrats, because they don't buy it. Things are bad, and the Biden administration, Joe Biden on Thursday, is going to have to answer for that.
I want to look at some polling numbers that show the swing states and where these two candidates stand right now. And if you're in the Trump camp, you got to feel pretty good about these numbers. Arizona, Georgia, and Michigan, he is leading the sitting president. And then in several other states as well, Nevada, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. President Trump is up. Now, some of those are within the margin of error, but when every state on this list shows Trump on top, that's got to tell you something, Jay.
It's a huge advantage for the Trump campaign going into the summer. Look, this president, the current president right now that occupies the White House, Joe Biden, has historically low numbers. People are very dissatisfied with it. Now, people in Washington, D.C., people in New York City, people in L.A., they probably don't quite understand it because the economy hasn't hit them like it has in these other places, in Wisconsin and Michigan. But people are struggling. They can't afford to actually put food on the table. So when you say that inflation has been tamed, okay, but the prices are sticky. Their wages have not kept up with the price of cereal, the price of meat, the price of eggs. And that is a real effect. And that's what you're seeing in these numbers. And again, the southern border and crime, while crime maybe murder rate's down from last year, but over the last 4 years, the murder rate has skyrocketed from where it was before the pandemic. People see it. That's a safety concern. And that's what you're seeing reflected in a lot of these numbers in the swing states.
I want to take a look at some potential Trump VP contenders. Now, he says he has already chosen one. I don't suppose you have any inside information.
No inside information from me, sir.
J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio, Tim Scott, those are all possibilities. What do you think?
Well, we got a wealth of candidates out there, some really great candidates. Look, my sense is for the Trump candidacy, he's going to be looking at three key things. One, fundraising. Fundraising is a really key metric. You've seen Donald Trump do so much better since the convictions, and he's actually tied or maybe even surpassed Biden in fundraising, but that's going to be a key component of a VP. Number two, can this VP litigate for Trump's vision for America and also defend him against all comers? And then the third thing is, can he excite the working class base that is new to the Republican Party? Those are the three things I think Donald Trump's going to be looking for. And does he actually like the person? But I think there's a lot of good choices right there.
All right. Jay Chabria, good to talk to you. Thanks.
Thanks, John.